A narcissistic man's entire identity is built on proving to others that he is everything society wants him to be. He goes to any and every length to protect his fake image of being masculine, desirable, and in control. In some cases, they also fake the image of being a straight man. Now, every narcissistic man is, of course, not gay in orientation. They're not attracted to men. Those who are hide it. They do not do it because they're afraid of coming out of the closet. Absolutely not. Maybe that may be a part of it, but they actually do it because they are ashamed of who they are. And most importantly, they are ashamed of what others may think. These type of men do not just stop with the shame. They make you their sacrificial goat, that beard, the shield that saves their fake image and helps them to be seen as this married man, when in reality this marriage is totally dead. You see, people have a big misconception about these men that they sleep with other women out of lust. But the reality is they sleep with other women and cheat on them to convince themselves they are straight, which they are not. But sometimes the truth is darker and far more humiliating. These men use women as weapons to hurt the man they're actually emotionally attached to. This is the side of narcissism almost no one talks about because it makes people uncomfortable, but we are going to speak the truth. These men perform well in bed, but they don't feel it. They exaggerate, dominate, brag, and act not because they are enjoying with you in the bed. They do it because they use intimacy as a tool for identity protection. It exposes the identity crisis behind their arrogance. It reveals the emotional dependency they hide behind their so called straight masculinity. It shows how weak they truly are when nobody's watching. A narcissistic man who sleeps with you to wound another man is not confused, but deep down fully aware of his reality. But he runs from the truth to hide shame, like I said. So instead of facing that, he uses you as a prop, a performance, the same way his narcissistic mother, if there was one, used lies to protect his reality in his childhood. He knows very well society will question two men who are strangely close. So he uses women to rewrite the narrative. He creates an image. See, I'm sleeping with her. I have a family with her. I'm normal. I am desired. But that's not the truth. Let's try to understand this complex dynamic a little bit more in this episode. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to focus on how a narcissistic man who sleeps with you does so only to hurt the man he actually loves. Before getting started with the main content, I want you to know that this is a safe space for everybody, regardless of their orientation, their gender, their preferences. I am not against LGBTQ in any way. This is just a narcissistic side of the spectrum that is as real as its other parts. So we need to talk about it. A narcissistic man who is emotionally attached to another man does not want to sleep with you. He wants to use you as an eraser. Eraser for what? His shame, desire, and true identity. You were never part of the equation, were you? You were part of the disguise. And if you have ever seen the way he lights up around certain men, if you have ever seen how he softens, how he becomes alive, how he tries harder, laughs deeper, looks longer, you already know. You may not have the words for it then, but now you do. His emotional loyalty was never with you. His intimacy was with them. You were just the camouflage that kept his secret safe. And the deeper you look into this dynamic, the more disturbing it becomes. These men do not just sleep with women to mask their truth, they perform intimacy the way an actor performs a scene. Every movement is exaggerated, every gesture is theatrical, and every sound is artificial. The performance isn't for you, it is for the part of themselves they're desperately trying to silence. They are not proving anything to you. No, they're arguing with their own reflection. These men do not just use women for cover, they use them to fight battles they cannot fight openly. You become the symbol he uses to punish the man he is secretly obsessed with. You become proof that he can replace him. You become the woman he shows off, hoping that that man sees it. This is revenge. This is shame management. And this is identity protection. These men do not experience intimacy, they mimic it. The biggest proof that they are not straight is that you will never feel a real connection with them. Everything feels robotic, forced, and their love and warmth never reach your soul. Even though a straight narcissistic man is also dead intimacy wise, but I'm talking about a different thing here. You feel it in the way he avoids your eyes during the most vulnerable moments. You feel it in the way he rushes intimacy as if he is completing a task, but only with you. You feel it in the way he performs masculinity, not lives it. And once his performance is done in bed, have you noticed how he avoids you like the plague? He turns his back and forgets you immediately after. What people do not understand is that a narcissistic man does not use you because he desires you. He uses you because he is in a secret psychological competition with the man he is emotionally attached to. These men don't chase women for passion. They chase women to prove superiority over the man they are obsessed with, the secret lover. Every time he sleeps with you, he is not proving anything about sexuality. He is trying to win a battle in his head, has nothing to do with you at all. Narcissistic men had this hidden rivalry with other men where validation, admiration, status, and dominance matter more than emotional connection. His entire sense of worth comes from outshining that man. If that man rejects him, humiliates him, or pulls away emotionally, the narcissist feels destroyed in a way he will never admit. So, he uses you as a trophy he can wave around silently to say, "Look what I have, look what you don't." You become a scoreboard in a game you never agreed to play. When he sleeps with you, he's not making love. He is declaring war. He wants the other man to feel inferior, replaced, and defeated. The more threatened he feels by that man, the more aggressively he uses you. This is why nothing he does feels real or raw. This is why he disconnects after intimacy. It's an act. This is why his affection feels empty and strange. His obsession is not with women, his obsession is with beating men. Their validation is his oxygen, their approval is his addiction, and their dismissal is his collapse. You are not the love he wants, you are the evidence he uses. Another thing that quietly triggers a narcissistic man like this is how comfortable you are within yourself. Most women do not realize how threatening that is for him. You move through life with a level of inner ease he has never experienced, right? You know who you are, where you are. You don't second guess your emotions. You don't panic about your place in the world. You can be soft, strong, expressive. None of it makes you question your worth. But for him, everything does. Every emotion feels risky. Every moment of closeness feels really dangerous, and every instance of honesty feels exposing. When he sees you living with that natural confidence, that grounded sense of self, it irritates him. Why, you may think? Well, he has never felt that way in his own skin. Your emotional security makes him feel unstable. Your inner clarity makes him feel confused. And this is why he tries to dominate you, belittle you, or tear down your confidence one piece at a time. Another dark aspect of this dynamic that nobody talks about is how a narcissistic man like this quietly competes with you for the attention of the man he is emotionally tied to. You will notice it in small things at first. Whenever that man praises you, he gets irritated. Whenever that man talks to you with respect, if let's say it's his friend and he knows you, it makes him uncomfortable. Whenever that man acknowledges something good about you, he suddenly starts discrediting you behind your back. He does not want the man he admires to notice your strengths because it threatens the position he is trying to maintain in his life. He will copy your qualities if that man compliments them. He will imitate your tone, confidence, your humor, even your style of speaking around. Why? Well, he wants to be the version of you that he thinks the man prefers. Your presence around that man activates a side of him you've never seen. Insecure, competitive, desperate for validation, and constantly checking whether he is being noticed more than you. And if he ever senses that the man is more comfortable with you, he turns against you instantly. And he does that out of fear that you may take the emotional position he is obsessed with. This is why he acts strangely possessive when that man gives you attention. This is why he criticizes you more brutally after being around him. This is why he becomes cold, mean, or distant the moment that man acknowledges you in any positive way. You are not triggering jealousy in a romantic sense. No, you are triggering jealousy in the one place he cannot afford to be replaced. And the disturbing truth is, you were never competing with another woman. You were competing with the emotional attachment he has with that man. And he will sabotage you, lie about you, and destroy your peace just to make sure he stays in that man's good graces, good books. The other aspect that women never notice in these situations is how a narcissistic man suddenly becomes more interested in you when he feels ignored or unimportant in front of the man he is emotionally tied to. His attention toward you does not come from affection. No, it comes from deep insecurity. The moment that man stops giving him attention, praises someone else, appears distant, or does not respond the way he expects, he runs back to you to regulate the emptiness, the hollowness he feels. This is why his affection always feels inconsistent and confusing when the other man is involved. He does not come to you because he misses you. He comes to you because he cannot handle feeling irrelevant in that other dynamic. You become his emotional band aid. You are the place he goes to hide the humiliation he feels elsewhere. And when that man gives him attention again, he drops you instantly because he no longer needs the validation you were providing. That's a painful truth. What is it? It is regulation, but the weirdest form of it. You're the quick fix he uses to avoid sitting with the anxiety he feels when that man pulls away. And this is why the relationship never feels stable in a true sense because he does not treat you like a partner, does he? He treats you like a backup system for his insecurity. That's how painful, crazy, and unpredictable this dynamic is. Like I said, it may be painful to talk about this. Many people don't go there. But as I said, we have to address this aspect of narcissistic abuse. Have you experienced it? Let me know in the comments. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.